Ooh, coming in hot, coming in hot. Welcome back to Cook It Simple with Eric. Today we are making a hamburger stroganoff. It's such a delicious meal, real simple to make, easy on the pocketbook. I want to show you how to make it, so stay tuned. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I'd sure appreciate you on the channel here, and please like and share as well if you do like the video. So let's get to making this beautiful dish. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out what we're going to cook it in. What I find best for me is I've got the old 10-inch cast iron skillet. This is a favorite pickleware that I picked up, and if you've watched my other videos, you'll know I picked this up in an old junk shop that was sitting behind a whole bunch of stuff just rusting away, and I've got her back in action. We're also going to use about a quart of water to do our noodles, get them boiled up, cooked up. So now the ingredients we're going to use, I'm going to bring you in for this, so let's get in there. Alright, so first and foremost, we're going to use some egg noodles. I'm going to use just regular white egg noodles. Now this is an 8-ounce bag for the mixture that we're doing. This is about the right size mixture wise, so you'll have enough of your hamburger gravy for your noodles. Works out great. Over here you're going to find that we have about 2.5 tablespoons of your all-purpose flour for thickening. We are going to put about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce in it, 3 tablespoons of your sour cream. I've diced up some onions. You probably got about a half cup there. If you want onions, put them in. If not, don't put them in. We do have 1 cup of your heavy cream. We have 1 cup of your beef broth. I've used the lower sodium beef broth. Sorry. Over here we have, I'm just using some white mushrooms that we'll put in. We're going to use 1 pound of your ground beef. This is your 80/20. And I'm going to use a minced garlic, probably about a teaspoon, maybe a little more than that. It doesn't take a lot of that to make it over garlicky. So then over here we're going to do salt and pepper, and we're also going to use some Italian seasonings to flavor it up a little bit. So let's get back to the stove, get our water boiled up, get our egg noodles going. Package says 10 minutes for these, so we're going to do it at 10 minutes. And we're going to start out by browning our hamburger. So let's get at it. Alright, we've got our water boiling. Just put our noodles in there. Like I said, those will boil up for about 10 minutes. Set that on top of there. Sometimes that helps keeping it from flow over. But we do want to get our hamburger put in here. As you can hear, I've already preheated the skillet. Now that the hamburger it's about halfway, just a few minutes in, we're going to put our onions in with it so they can cook up and get a little more translucent. I'm going to pour the mushrooms in. You can put as many as you want in there. If I see a bigger mushroom like that, I just normally just take my thing and do that, or you can just cut them. Whatever's easiest for you. But me, I just try to do everything the simple way and cut them down while they're cooking. So, alright. Let's throw the rest of them in. I do like a lot of mushrooms. So we'll come back when everything is done. It's probably been about 6-7 minutes. You'll see that the mushrooms are starting to sweat down a little bit. The onions are translucent. Now we do still have some liquid in there. At this point you can either drain it, or you can just kind of let it reduce down by itself. So what I like to do, since a lot of this liquid is water from the mushrooms, I'm just going to go ahead and do our seasonings now. I'm going to put the salt and pepper in. at this point, especially salt, so we can get some of that water soaked up. Okay, we're going to do some pepper, because you know, pepper is a wonderful thing. It really enhances flavors. Now, as far as your Italian seasonings, you can put as much or as little. I normally just put not that much in my hand, if you can see that. Just kind of spread that around. Now you can use regular parsley, you know, things, a little fresher ingredients if you want, but we're trying to do things quickly and simple. So this really adds a kick. Got about 1 more minute for our noodles. And we'll get those out and drain them. Now once you drain off your egg noodles, do not rinse them. Keep that starch on there. That way this gravy we're mixing up will stick to it better. All right. So let me go ahead, get our noodles drained, and we'll be right back. Alright, I've got the noodles drained out. I've got a lot of our excess water and grease reduced and simmered out here. So now, let's go ahead and add our beef broth to this. We're going to knock this down almost to a low. I'm on a gas oven, or gas stove, so it heats a little quicker. So let's go ahead and do our 1 cup of our beef broth. We'll put that in there. Get that back up here. Now at this point you're really starting to smell all the different ingredients starting to mesh together. So we'll do about a medium low, I guess. Try to get that back up to a little bit of a simmer. Let me go ahead and grab the heavy cream. Let's get that heavy cream in. I like to add the heavy cream just before it simmers. There we go. Get that heavy cream in. Now you're starting to see how everything's going to start coming together here. So once we get this to a simmer, we're going to add our flour to this. And again, if you don't like your gravy as thick, go just a little less flour. If you like it thicker, add just a little more flour. It doesn't take much. All right, let's get this to a simmer here. Get as much out of there as we can. Forgot about our Worcestershire sauce. Let's go ahead and just add that in. Get that out of our way. Like I said, as soon as this comes to a simmer, we will add our flour. Alright, we have things coming just to a simmer. I actually forgot to add the garlic. Like I said, it's not going to be a lot. I know I've made this before to where I've just really over garliced it with this stuff, so it doesn't take much, just about a little teaspoon, maybe it's a little more. So we'll put that there. Alright, so now that we're starting to see our little simmer come through, let's get that garlic mixed in. So now our flour, just kind of sprinkle about half of it around and get it mixed in. Now we're going to want to simmer this out, that way kind of cook the flour off so we don't have a big flour taste to it. That is so good. You will be amazed about how just flavorful this whole recipe is, especially with the Italian dressing or seasonings in it. It just does something to it. You wouldn't think you would put that type of seasoning in, but trust me, it is good. Hi, Stuart. Stuart's over here checking us out. So, all right, we'll get this simmered out here. I'll quit messing with it and There we go. We're gonna let this simmer for 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll see where it's at then. All right, it's been I've let it simmer for about 5 minutes. You can see how it's thickened up nicely. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna take it off the heat. Like that, give it a couple stirs, then we will add our sour cream. Oh yeah, look at that, that gravy. Look how smooth and delicious that is. That turned out so good. So let's go ahead and get our sour cream in here. Get that in. This will give the extra little tang to it. All right, so here we go. We have this all mixed around. Stirred up very nicely. Just look at that gravy. Man. The smell of it is amazing. Now there's two options you have here. You can put your noodles in and just mix it all together in the skillet, or you can put this over top of your noodles on the plate. Whichever you like. Me, I guess we'll just put them in. That's how I normally do it. I just think it gives you more even distribution of noodle to gravy ratio. So let's do that. All right, let's dump it all in there. You can dump it in a bowl and do this. Me, it all fits in the skillet. That's what we're doing. Mix it all in. And like I said, this is 8 ounces of your egg noodles. You have wide, you can use extra wide, you can use a different kind of pasta. Let's see how that's starting to just take its little shape there. Just fold everything in. There you go. That is absolutely beautiful. I say we give it a taste test. All right, coming in hot. All right, I'm telling you, this stuff smells so good. Look at that. You have the perfect noodle to gravy ratio going on. The mushrooms look great. Everything smells so good. Steam coming up, so only one thing left to do. Let's get us a, oh, look at that. Let's get some on this plate here. Oh yeah, looky there. Well, time has come again to have a little taste test of what we've just made. So this hamburger stroganoff turned out really good. The smell is amazing. You have just the right amount of, we'll call it gravy, with the noodles. The smell, everything cooked up nicely. The mushrooms are cooked perfectly. So let's give this a try. Make sure I get a little something, little everything in there. Whoop. That was right on the money. I know the past couple times I've made it, I put a little too much garlic in it. This time we've done just right. The mushrooms are cooked just right. The onions, they have the flavor, but they're kind of translucent and they just kind of blend into the mix. I mean, that right there is just really, really good. So I think you'll really love it. And try cooking it in a cast iron skillet. Cast iron's the best. But until now, thank you for tuning in to yet another simple recipe on Cook It Simple with Eric. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. If you like the video, please like it, share it. Definitely comes in handy. So until next week, I'll see you then.